stars in his eyes. Wax back hero. Gonna pull a wax back hero. Got stars in his eyes. Back hero. On the podcast tonight.
All right, Mark. So this is a little bit different. This is an internet-only wax pack hero because we talked too long on the episode this week, and I didn't want to make the episode an hour and a half long. So this is going to be a special internet YouTube exclusive for, for our fans.
You didn't have to buy anything extra to get it. We're just giving it away.
Yeah, I know. Normally, you might have to subscribe to Patreon or something for this. We're giving it to you free of charge. So, welcome. And hopefully we'll have some better packs than last week. Mark, this week I do have 1990 Donruss.
90 Donruss, yes.
Yeah, so I was looking through my my box, my tin of wax packs, and I noticed that I've got a bunch of orange wax packs here. And so I said, let's go with the 90 Donruss for this week.
Yes, the Donruss, the 90 Donruss I never liked. It was the red border, kind of a script writing up on top. Never, and there were a lot of them.
Well, yeah,
I mean, you could get these cards anywhere.
And Donruss are never particularly attractive cards. They never really looked great. But so we're going to go ahead and open those. But before we do that, I wanted to share something that I've got here. If you've listened to our Bump Bailey Wax Packs Heroes Tournament of Awesome, which is another internet exclusive here on YouTube, we had one of our guests was the Baseball Beyond Batting Average podcast, the BBBA guys, and one of their hosts, Marc, is a pretty good artist. Is a very good artist, and he draws baseball cards. And he was teasing me on the internet by showing me these Rickey Henderson cards that he was drawing. And I now have some of them in my hand here. And I just wanted to show them, which is another great reason why we're doing this on YouTube. These are not, I don't want to say imitations, but they're based on his rookie card. So this is the Rickey Henderson rookie card, and he's drawn these by hand, and he's colored them in, and he's given them some variations. So, that one there is kind of more what the actual card looks like. The first one there that I showed you has got some different coloring. Then here's the third one. It's all just black and white, which is kind of cool. And then this one I really like. This one's kind of special. It's the same pose, but it says the base thief, and he's got flashlight, somebody's looking for him, and he's got a bag of bases over his back, but really cool stuff. And that is by Mark Mosley, and I will put his information in the show notes here so that if you are interested in maybe having him do some custom artwork for you or anything else that he does, you can get a hold of him. And he is a very knowledgeable guy. He is a co-host of one of my favorite baseball podcasts, the BBBA podcast, and want to be sure to listen to them. They do a lot of stats stuff, and they're good guys. So, all right, Mark, you ready to get into this?
Let me think about it. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, so we've got our 90 Donruss here. I've got my Beckett Baseball Card Monthly from May of 1992, just so that we've got some value to these things, because otherwise we all know that they're frankly worthless at this point. But we've got a couple of extra rules as usual. If you're this is your first time here, you might not know these rules. Any player that is wearing real stirrups that we can see, you get an extra cent. If you are wearing those stupid 2-in-1 stirrups, which probably will come into play here in the 90s set, you get a -1 cent. If you are, what's our other rule?
We got mustache. We got.
If you are wearing a mustache or sporting a mustache or have grown a mustache or simply forgot to shave for the last couple of days, you get 1 cent extra. And if you are a Hall of Famer, you get an extra 5 cents. So some extra ways to make some money here. Right now, our record stands. Mark, you have 14 wins. I have 12. I'm falling behind, and I'm nervous. But I am a good host, so I'm going to let you choose which pack here. Do you want the one on the left or the one on the right?
That is good. I picked the right last week and I won. And I think I had a total of like 14 cents to your 13.
10 cents.
Yeah, something ridiculous. So I'm going to go with the left this time.
Go with the left. All right. I'm going to choose to go second. I'm going to be the home team here. So let's get going and see what we got. These I always worry that these packs have been opened and resealed, and these are sealed to the back cards. So would not surprise me if somebody might have gone through these packs before they sold them to me.
Just gives us more obscure players to discuss.
Yes. And a lot of junk on my desk falling out of this. All right. So
yeah, we won't be talking about Griffey, but ladies and gentlemen.
Carl Yastrzemski puzzle pieces here if you need them. Pieces 31, 32, 33. Give me a shout. I will be happy to throw that in the mail for you. Probably just stick a stamp on it. But
there you
go. Before we get started, any big cards here from this year? Let me look at value-wise. There are, this is a big year for Nolan Ryan. A couple of Nolan Ryan cards that were errors that are worth $250. There's a Harold Baines All-Star error card worth $2. There is a second Nolan Ryan 5,000 Ks card that was an error that is worth $250. So really, if you get a Nolan Ryan card here, you win automatically. There is also a Juan Gonzalez rookie card, which is apparently an error. What the heck was up with quality control?
I don't know, man. The 89 Donruss, did they have a Griffey? They had the rated rookie Griffey, right?
Yeah.
And so this would be Griffey's second year in Donruss.
Yep.
So there's something out there.
All right, so here we go. We've talked about this guy many times before. One of our favorite catchers, one of our best nicknames, catcher for the Pirates, Spanky Mike Lavalliere.
Gotta love Spanky.
You do have to. So he's got a mustache, as he always did.
I bet he did.
Spanky is surprising speed for a catcher, for a pudgy little guy. But so that card is worth just 1 cent for the mustache. But you're on the board, not bad.
Spanky was always good at coming through in the clutch. There, you got one for you.
We need to institute the 2 cent mustache for mustaches that are just so good. We give them 2 cents. We'll discuss later.
Super stash.
Next, okay, I'm gonna just give you a nickname. You'll get this one pretty easy. The Big Cat.
Andres Galarraga.
Yep, here he is with the Montreal Expos first baseman. That great stance. I loved his stance. No mustache, obviously, but he is wearing some real stirrups there, so that's good for you.
Of course he is. He hit real home runs. He wore real stirrups.
Yeah, and somehow that card, I would have thought that card would be worth like 1 cent, just right on its own. But nope, nothing there other than the real stirrups. Next, we got a catcher for the Texas Rangers, Chad Cruder.
Cruder was he a lefty or a switch hitter?
Let us take a look. Chad Cruder, bats switch. Yeah, one of those rare switch hitting catchers.
Yeah, I remember that about him. I can't remember anything else, though.
I remember he was around for quite a while, and I remember him with the Rangers more than anybody. But yeah, no value there. No mustache, can't see his stirrups. This is a guy. Wow, for some reason I just saw something about this guy on Twitter this morning. Nothing bad, fortunately. I'm gonna give you this one clue about him. Never played in the minors. Went directly from being drafted to the big leagues.
So it's either Winfield or Incaviglia?
It is Pete Incaviglia. Could have also been John Olerud. Yep.
That's right.
Yep. So this is Pete Incaviglia. He has definitely got a mustache there, which is good news. I'm having a hard time telling, are those real stirrups or not? Yep, those are definitely real stirrups. So that's it. That's a 2 cent card for you there. So that's nice. That'll double your score right there for Inky.
You know, Pete did play minor league ball after his big league career.
Yeah. He got sent down and did some rehab and stuff, but
yeah, we're talking about before. In case anybody wants to challenge and say, "Hey, he played in minor league." He did, but it was after his big league career, really.
Yep. All right, next we've got a pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles, Dave Schmidt.
I remember Dave Schmidt. God, I'm trying to think of anything about him. Maybe not.
No,
maybe I don't know a thing.
All right. Well, Dave Schmidt doesn't get you anything there. No mustache. Can't see his stirrups. Nothing there. Next, we've got pitcher for the Astros, Juan Agosto.
Of course, I remember Juan Agosto.
I remember the name. The Astros were in the National League at this point, so I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to the Astros.
Yeah, I think he was a reliever and occasional spot starter, but pretty good pitcher for my Astros.
All right, next we've got now here's a pitcher for the Yankees that I have no idea who this is, and I don't know how to pronounce his name. His last name is his last name starts with 2 M's. Mammahat. Kevin Mahat. As I'm gonna guess how it's
Mahat.
Mahat?
I don't know, dude.
Mahat? Laham? Mahat. I think it's
Kevin Mahat.
Well, that's his rookie card. It's his rookie card, and that's worth 3 cents. So that's worth more than the Andres Galarraga or any of these other cards that you've gotten thus far.
You know, he could have spent one of those 3 cents and gotten an extra vowel in between those first 2 M's.
All right. Well, you got a Diamond King here now. This is, and I'm not going to lie. This is not Donruss's best work on this portrait. It's really not. Unfortunately, not a Hall of Famer, though we have argued many times that he should be. It is Mr. Lou Whitaker.
Oh, man. One of my heroes.
Yeah, so Lou Whitaker, and in this picture, they've got his Jerry curl like coming out the front of his hat.
I've got it. I've taken a look at it right now. That doesn't look like Lou Whitaker to me.
No, it really doesn't. You know, if I'm being honest, it looks more like Juan Samuel than Lou Whitaker. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm going to give you a cent, though, because on the drawing of his stirrups, I can see the upper arch of it. And
yeah, I think you're right.
We do like to be liberal here with these scores, so I'm going to give you a cent.
That's good. I need it.
All right. This is a guy, I believe we had a story about him when Shane Monahan was on. It's pitcher for the Pirates, Jeff Robinson.
Yes.
I beyond him knowing who he was, I don't know who Jeff Robinson was. But
Jeff Robinson, he was with the Pirates, not the...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not
I'm
Don
thinking of
Robinson.
Jeff Robinson from Detroit.
I always think of Don Robinson, caveman, when I think of Robinson as a pitcher. But I do not know who Jeff Robinson is.
Yeah, I thought he was a guy for Detroit, but I'm wrong.
But he's going to get you a cent for those stirrups. So good on you, Jeff.
There we go.
Next, we always talk about this guy. Tragically died in a boating accident. Pitcher for the Cleveland Indians, Steve Olin.
Yes. Good pitcher.
And this is his rookie card, by the way.
Yes.
So it seems like an automatic rookie card value in this set is 3 cents. So that'll bump you up to 12 cents. Not bad.
So Steve Olin,
Tim Cruz.
kind of small guy, guy that came out of the bullpen and was pretty tough and was pretty tragic. It was a boating accident. Yeah, it was him, Tim Cruz, and...
I never remember who the third person was.
I feel bad now.
Yeah. Maybe.
Anyway, it was pretty horrible stuff when it went down, and these guys were pretty darn good pitchers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Next, this is a good-looking card. I'm not going to lie right now. I like this card. Outfielder for the Houston Astros, Gerald Young. Shoot,
yeah. Yeah, little guy, a lot of speed.
Let's see, Gerald Young was, he's 6'2", so I'm not sure I'd classify him as
maybe he's not that much of a little guy.
But look at that. It's such a good-looking card. He has got real stirrups on. He's leading off of first base. He's got the Mims bands on with his portrait on him on both on both wrists. I think that might be a future rule. If you've got sweatbands on that either have your picture or your jersey number, it should be an extra cent.
Those do have his picture on them, don't they?
Yeah, those are. I love those things.
That's cool.
Does he have a mustache?
I don't think so. He's got lots of eye black, but no mustache.
Yeah, so that card's not worth anything, but you do get 1 cent for the stirrups. But I think we're going to need to institute the science teacher glasses and the sweatband rule coming up sometime soon. Okay, so here you're going to get a Hall of Famer. You're going to score big with this card.
Finally, yes.
It is outfielder, center fielder for the Minnesota Twins. It is Kirby Puckett.
Well, what can you say about Kirby Puckett? You know, one of the few players of that era that played for a long time and stayed with one team his entire career.
Now, so this is an all-star card. Obviously, he's a Hall of Famer. He's got real stirrups. He's got a mustache. So you get, you get 7 cents right off the bat there. Now, There is an error. Kirby Puckett error. Now, it's not as valuable as the Nolan Ryan 18 errors in this set. The corrected version is worth 3 cents. The error is worth 7 cents. I do not know what the error is.
This could be what we research in the coming week.
Yeah.
What is the Kirby Puckett error in 90 Donruss?
Maybe punch into the old Google machine, Kirby Puckett 90 Donruss All-Star error, and see if it tells us what it might be. Because it's a difference of 7 cents.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's something we do need to find out, for posterity's sake.
Let's just
Kirby Puckett Donruss 90 error. Let's see what we can find.
The official EMB.
Rare error card with recent ML performance on the back instead of All-Star game.
All right, so we're going to look on the back there, and we've got recent Major League performance. So this is the error.
That is the error, yes.
Wow. Not often we pull an error card on this show.
Oh, what is it worth is the question.
So there it is. So it says recent Major League performance instead of All-Star game performance. So there is an error card for Kirby Puckett. So instead of 3 cents.
Yeah, we got the 7. That could make all the difference in the world.
So that's 7 cents plus your 7 cents for the All-Star stirrups and mustache. That's a 14-cent card.
Whew. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's clutch.
Very nice. So that more than doubles your score. You're now up to 27 cents. Next, we've got pitcher for the San Francisco Giants, definitely wearing real stirrups and sporting a mustache, Scott Gerald.
Oh, man, I don't remember a lot about him except that I remember him being a Giant for a while. That doesn't say a whole lot.
Now, that's the only team I really remember him with is the Giants. I don't know if he played for anybody else. I'm sure he did. But that's a 2-cent card for the mustache and the stirrups. Cool. A little bit of a letdown after the Kirby Puckett error card, though. Next, we've got catcher. Ooh, a rated rookie. You might score on this one, too. Catcher, rated rookie for the St. Louis Cardinals, Todd Zeile.
Todd, good housekeeping Zeile. Yes. That's right. He was a big up and coming prospect.
Yeah. And the price of his card reflects it. That is a 15-cent card.
Woo! Look out for that.
You are rolling here. I don't think I have a shot.
I shook the dust of last week's poor performance off.
Now this is weird because we mentioned earlier who was the card you pulled, the catcher, the switch hitting catcher, Chad Cruder.
Chad Cruder, yeah.
I'm just going to tell you, name me another switch hitting catcher.
Mickey Tettleton.
Name me another switch hitting catcher other than Mickey Tettleton and Chad Cruder.
Matt Noakes?
No, Noakes was just a righty.
Oh.
Damon Berryhill.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I forgot about that guy.
Yeah, now he's coaching somewhere in the minor leagues. I know. I think he's managing actually in the minor leagues.
Interesting.
I don't, for some reason, I want to say Gwinnett, but I don't know that might not be true. I just know that Dan Verhill was managing somewhere. That card, though, is not worth anything. No stirrups, no, he's in Mesa, Arizona, though, I can tell there from that spring training. Next, your last card is, I like this guy. Here he is with the Angels. I think of him mainly as with the Yankees, Mr. Claudell Washington.
Oh, sure.
I think he played for the A's too for a little bit.
Yeah, Claudell Washington. He had a good long career too, didn't he?
Yeah, he played for. Yeah, I mean he was in the late. What was it? The 70s. He came up. Of course, they don't go back far enough. On this.
Yeah, he was 74 was his rookie year.
Yeah, he had a long career.
And he played through 1990. So wow.
That card's not worth anything except for the 1 cent for the mustache. So you, sir, have ended up with a 45-cent pack from a 90 Donruss. That is impressive.
I can take that. Yeah, that works for me.
Clearly, your two cards of note here are the Zeal and the Puckett.
Yes.
Those two alone might be enough to beat me. But let's see what we get. Boy, we got some. There's my bottom card. If you can see it on YouTube, there the it is absolutely stuck to it.
Nice.
All right, let's see what puzzle pieces we've got here for Yaz. We've got 22, 23, and 24. Again, I'm accepting bids on this. If you need this to complete your Carl Yastrzemski puzzle, bidding will start at $17. Just give me your best offer. Why $17, you ask? Well, there you can see if you're watching. Well, you have to be watching on YouTube.
I was going to ask.
Because it's his face. These puzzle pieces are his face. So that's important.
Oh, yeah, of course.
How we recognize people. All right. So I am not off to a good start here. I'm Mets pitcher Jeff Ennis.
All right.
Oh, well, you know what? I lied because this is his rookie card. So you know what the default value of rookie cards are.
3 cent rookie card here.
3 cent. And he is, oh boy, are those real stirrups? Those really do not, no, those are not. I can see that those are not real stirrups. So that's only going to get me 2 cents, you rat bastard.
Yeah, see, he went the easy way and it cost you.
Yep. Next, pitcher for the San Francisco Giants. I remember I was just watching the 89 World Series, Giants and the A's, and it was game 4, and the Giants were losing by 4 or 5 runs, and they showed this pitcher, the closer at that point for the Giants, warming up in the bullpen in Candlestick, and he'd never gotten into the World Series before this because the A's had just blown the Giants out the first 3 games. It's Mr. Steve Bedrosian.
Bedrock. Oh, yeah.
So that card is not worth anything, but I can see he's wearing real stirrups, and of course he always had that beard and mustache. So
beard and mustache, and I think I would be weirded out if I saw Bedrock without a full beard and mustache.
Well, this card, he does not have a beard. He just has the mustache. Yeah, that's weird.
You sure that's him?
Yeah, it's an error.
It is. It's an error. It's a no beard one.
Oh boy, where am I getting these guys? Mario Gozzo, Gozzo.
Oh, you made that up. You mean Frank Rizzo?
Well, I hate to tell you this, but that's a rookie card. But it's only worth 2 cents. But he does have like a high school I drive a van mustache, so that is a 3 center. Mario Gozzo. It sounds like he's from The Godfather more than anything. But yeah, I don't know who that is. Next, we got Felix the Cat, Felix Fermin for the Cleveland Indians.
Felix Fermin, he played for Cleveland for quite a while. I remember him he wasn't like a tiny shortstop, was he?
Let's see. Donruss is telling me that he was 5'11", 170.
Yeah, middle-sized shortstop.
Yeah. But yeah, Felix Fermin. I think he really kind of turned into kind of their utility guy. But, that is worth 1 cent just for that nice mustache. He's got a very well-groomed mustache. Infielder for the Chicago Cubs, Domingo Ramos.
Domingo Ramos. Me neither.
I don't remember him. Let's see. Let's bring it up there. Looks like he's got a mustache. Oh, and he's got real stirrups. I was worried.
Every point to move on.
Yeah, 2 points. I was worried about the stirrups though, but I can definitely see I can see space between the sock and the stirrups. That's 2 cents. Oh, okay. Wonder how old he is in this picture. 1990 Donruss. Here is Jamie Moyer.
Jamie Moyer in 90. Yeah. A younger Jamie Moyer. Is he a Cub?
He's a Ranger at this point.
Ranger. Huh.
Looks just the same, though. Looks just the same. But he is wearing real stirrups, bless his heart. So that'll get me 1 cent. 1 cent only. Oh, go. Here we go. I got a Hall of Famer. It is an all-star card. Will it be an error?
if only.
The Wizard of Oz, Ozzie Smith.
The great Ozzie Smith. I pulled a real autograph of Ozzie Smith out of a Donruss card this year.
Wow, nice.
Yeah. It was. I just happened to get it, and there it is. It's got a great autograph. That's that one's not going anywhere. That one's in the collection.
Yeah, you want to keep that one. So, believe it or not, this because it is an all-star card, unless it's an error, these usually aren't worth anything, and this one is not. Let's look on the back. Well, look at it. It says recent major league performance on his too. Why isn't that an error?
Maybe it is.
Yeah, maybe they just didn't report it. They're like, yeah, who cares? We've got so many errors. The quality control person was like, all right, enough already. Stop. Just stop.
Yeah, we don't need any more. Okay, just quit pointing him out.
All right, but he's an all-star. He's a Hall of Famer. He's got a mustache, as always, and he's got real stirrups. That's a 7-cent card for me. So I'll take it. That'll bump me up to 18 cents. Show favorite. This is not his rookie card. Not that his rookie card is ever worth anything. New York Mets first baseman, Greg Jefferies.
You got the Greg Jefferies just 2 years late.
You know what? It is still worth 3 cents, though. Beckett was still holding out hope for him, and he does have real stirrups, so it is a 4-cent card. But show favorite Greg Jefferies, and he's got. I like these Mets uniforms. They were still wearing the pullovers, no button downs. I like that. Looks like he's bunting here. Not his strong suit. Bunting? Yeah, not his strong suit. Okay, I've got a Hall of Famer.
A second Hall of Famer?
Second Hall of Famer. It is the Igniter.
Oh, the Igniter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I know who it is because we've mentioned his nickname many times, and we both said we never knew that was his nickname when he was playing. But now we should know.
It should be Bick if he's the Igniter, right?
Paul Molitor for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Oh, the great Paul Molitor. Yeah, you got me on that one. That's one of the great players I ever saw.
So he's got the Sands About pants and the pullover here in 90 still too. So good for him. No real value other than that. His the card is worth. What did I just lost my place here? What's his number? Number 103. His card is worth 2 cents. Plus he's a Hall of Famer, so that's a 7-cent card. So I'll take it. I'm inching closer right now, 45 to 29. I've still got like 7 cards left. Wow.
Oh yeah, plenty of time.
All right, next catcher for the Rangers, not a switch hitter. It is Mike Stanley.
Mike Stanley with the Rangers, man. I'm having trouble pulling that one up.
Where do I guess I remember him from the Rangers. Probably most. I'm trying to think where else I would. I know the name. I remember that name quite well. But not getting me anything point-wise except for 1 cent for the mustache. But
I
the
thought he was a
itself, not
Yankee
worth
at some
anything.
point, but I could be
Yeah.
wrong.
That does sound right to me. Mike Stanley. Maybe with he and Don Slott were catching at the same time for the Yankees, maybe?
Yeah,
Sluggo?
possible. He played for a while, though. I remember him being around for a while.
All right. I got my my Diamond King here. At one point, I'm not sure that he still holds this record, but he held the record for most games played as an Angel. Here it is Brian Downing.
Brian 10 Downing Street.
Well, I was going to mention, if you look on the back, the card number for Brian Downing is number 10.
Ah, sneaky. I like it.
Yeah. I think that's good on Donruss for that one.
Yeah, bad.
Unfortunately, not worth anything. I'm going to give myself a cent because in the painting there, I can see the arch of the stirrups, just like we saw for not Juan Samuel in your pack. So I'm going to give myself 1 cent there.
Brian Downing, I used to, when he played for the Angels, he had a time where he was actually their leadoff hitter, even though he wasn't much of a stolen base.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember.
Got on base so often.
Yeah, not your prototypical looking leadoff batter. I absolutely remember that. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, next, another Angel, another good player. Here he is, pitcher Curt Mccaskill.
Curt Mccaskill, shoot. Another guy will give you a bunch of innings.
Yeah, and another guy that you would think would give you some value in a card, maybe just a cent or two, but no, nothing. But he does have real stirrups, so I'll take that. That brings me up to 32 cents. 13 cents away with 4 cards left. All right.
Barn burner.
Yep. Well, this is much better than last week. I will admit that. Next, we've got Japanese baseball legend who the Lord told him he should not play there and he should go back to Florida. This is an MVP card, though, with the Boston Red Sox. It is Mike Greenwell.
Mike Greenwell. Used to collect Mike Greenwell.
So this card does have 2 cents worth of value just in the card alone. He is also wearing a mustache. So that will end up as a 3 cent card. Bring me up 10 cents away with 3 cards left.
This anything could happen, folks. Don't touch that dial. That's not really a dial. Don't touch that mouse.
Yeah, don't lose your internet connectivity just yet. All right, next we've got pitcher for the San Diego Padres, Marc Davis.
Marc Davis. Remember him somewhat, but man.
When I think of a Davis pitching for the Padres, I just think of Storm Davis.
That's exactly where my mind goes to.
And I go, was Mark his real name? But no, it is a different player. Yeah, nothing there. He's got a nice brown jacket on there. Nice warm-up. But
that's great. Okay,
here is current third base coach for the Houston Astros and son of a professional wide receiver. It is here for the Detroit Tigers, Gary Pettis.
Yeah, one of my guys. Love Gary Pettis. Always have, always will. Great guy. One of the best defensive players you could ever see in your life. If you were lucky enough to see him patrol that center field in California, boy, he was something.
Yeah, he was. Do you have his page open? Did he win Gold Gloves?
Oh yeah, he had 5 Gold Gloves, and that's not easy to do when you're a lifetime 242 hitter. You have to be really, really good to get a Gold Glove.
Well, remember, back in the late 80s and early 90s, there were positions like center field. I mean, Griffey and Puckett kind of changed the center field position. But, center field and shortstop and maybe even second base, if you were a good defender, you didn't need to have that offense. You'd still be in there, but that's long gone now. But that'll get me 1 cent for those stirrups, but that's the only value there. So coming into my last card, I'm down 9 cents, and I don't think that Eric Kerplunk is going to get me that.
He is famous for something, though.
Being traded several times for Ricky Henderson.
There's that.
Well, that's for me. That is the end all be all. What are you referencing?
I have no idea. I just figured he was famous for something.
Yeah, so he was traded both times that Ricky was traded from Oakland to New York, and then from New York back to Oakland. Eric Plunk was included, but that card is only worth 1 cent for those stirrups. So that will bring me to a grand total of 37 cents. I cannot best your 45 cents.
So
and
close.
You have once again defeated me, and you're stretching your lead out now. You are up 15-12. So congratulations.
It's getting scary now, man.
But maybe we should come up with a first one to like 20, and then after that we'll start over and we'll institute some new rules.
Yeah, I'm all for that.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us here for this episode of Wax Packs Hero. A little bit different, internet only. We will be back if you are listening to our regular podcast next week. We've got a great Wax Packs Hero as we finish up our conversation with former Major Leaguer Richie Shaffer. He gets a very interesting pack and had some interesting stuff to say about those. So make sure you join us on our regular podcast. You can find it wherever you get your podcasts. We're Two Strike Noise. Marc, we'll see you on another episode, eh?
That was a lot of fun. Thanks for playing, man. And maybe you'll get me next time.
Wax Pack Hero! Gonna pull a Wax Pack Hero!